Hello, you're watching ERi-TV. Welcome to English News Broadcast. These are the top stories. One patient diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today. Eritrea wins silver medal at the third day African Championship. The total COVID-19 deaths toll exceeds 6.1 million globally. And China welcomes alleviation of humanitarian crisis in Ukraine. The local news. We have an announcement from the Minister of Health. One patient has been diagnosed positive for COVID-19 in tests carried out today at a testing station in the Central region. Accordingly, the total number of confirmed cases in the country to date has risen to 9,724. And the total number of recovered patients stands at 9,620, while the number of deaths stands at 103. Minister of Health, Asmara, March 24, 2022. The Eritrean national cycling team won additional silver medal today at the 18th Africa Cycling Championship in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, held for a third day. Accordingly, at the mixed relay competition held today, the Eritrean national team won silver medal, while the national cycling team of Mauritius won the gold medal and host country Egypt won the bronze medal. The Eritrean national team participated in the mixed relay competition men category by cyclist Akhlilo Gebrehiwot, Mikhail Haptom and Dawit Yamane, and cyclist Milena Yafit, Mona Lisa Araya and Feven Haile participated in the females category. The Eritrean cycling national team has so far ranked first by clinching 5 gold medals, 4 silver medals and 2 bronze medals, respectively. At a meeting conducted on March 16 in Tasseni, a call was made to support the National Association of Eritrean War Disabled Veterans in its effort to improve the socio-economic status of the war disabled veterans. Speaking at the meeting, Mr. Mohammed Nur Idris, head of organization and information of the association, said the support nationals inside the country and abroad extend to improve the livelihoods of the war disabled veterans is registering commendable result. He also called for sustainability. Mr. Desvaldet Mengistu, head of the association branch in the Gashbraka region, said strong effort is being exerted to create employment opportunities, especially to the elderly members of the association, with a view to enable themselves become self-supportive, as well as to develop the financial capacity of the association branch, and pointing out that supporting the war disabled veterans is not to be left to the government only. Mr. Suyam Ghebreyesus, administrator of the Tasseni Subzone, expressed readiness of the Subzone administration to support the association and its capacity. The participants conducted extensive discussion on the report presented and adopted various recommendations. Agricultural and Arts Products exhibition staged by Eritrean women has been officially opened on March 24 in Asmara. The exhibition that was organized at the Agricultural Experts Association Hall includes agricultural and fish products, as well as photographs, ceramics, and paintings, and is aimed at displaying the capacity of Eritrean women as well as portraying the rich culture of the Eritrean people. Stating the advantage of staging such exhibition and the development of oral capacity of women, designer Abraham Sultan called for sustainable organization of similar exhibitions, pointing out that the objective of the exhibition is to encourage women produce competitive products. The participants of the exhibition commended the support they were provided by various institutions. Foreigners that visited the exhibition said the products displayed at the exhibition attested the inherent capacity of Eritrean women and were able to observe the cultural diversity of the Eritrean people. Now I'm back with international news after a short break. Welcome back. The number of global COVID-19 cases exceeded 478 million, with the deaths toll surpassing 6.1 million as of today. This according to World Meters. The United States still leads the world in the number of total confirmed infections. The total confirmed COVID-19 cases in the United States exceeded 81.5 million, with the death toll surpassing 1 million as of today. Meanwhile, more than 556 million doses of vaccines have been administered across the United States. German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier and his wife have tested positive for COVID-19 as the country is removing most of its coronavirus restrictions despite a continuing infection surge. The Portuguese government announced the extension of the COVID-19 pandemic alert situation until April 18, according to a statement from the Council of Ministers. And Kenya will destroy 840,000 AstraZeneca vaccine doses following their expiry on February 28. This according to Matali Kagawa, the Cabinet Secretary for the Ministry of Health. Across Africa, expiry of vaccines has also been reported in Uganda, Malawi, Senegal, and Nigeria. China welcomes any initiative and measures that can help alleviate and resolve the humanitarian crisis in Ukraine. This according to the Zhang Zhu, permanent representative of China to the United Nations at the UN General Assembly's Special Emergency Session on Ukraine. Zhang said the developments of the situation in Ukraine to the present stage has triggered broad international concerns and is also the situation that China does not want to see. He said the top priority now should be for the parties concerned to maintain maximum restraints and avoid more civilian casualties and reach a negotiated ceasefire as soon as possible, especially to prevent a larger-scale humanitarian crisis. Zhang said that China recognized the purpose of the draft resolution on the humanitarian situation in Ukraine put forward by France and others, but some elements of the draft resolution go beyond the humanitarian context. The revival of the 2015 nuclear deal between Tehran and world powers can happen in the short term if the United States shows practicality in Vienna negotiations. This according to Iran's Foreign Minister Hossein Amir-Abdollahian. He made the remarks during a news conference in Beirut, adding that the vital issue of sanctions relief for Iran was not yet fully resolved. The talks were close to an agreement until Russia made last-minute demands of the United States, insisting that sanctions imposed in Moscow over Ukraine would not hurt its trade with Iran. Last Wednesday, Amirab said during a trip to Damascus that Iran and world powers are closer to an agreement in Vienna than ever before. The U.S. officials have been more cautious in their assessment of the efforts to revive the accord, which curbed Tehran's nuclear program in exchange for lifting tough sanctions on Iran's economy. Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi met his Indian counterpart in New Delhi today, India's foreign ministry said, after he arrived in the capital on the first visit by a top Chinese official since border clashes in 2020. Wang met Indian Foreign Minister Subramanian Jangar and also met India's powerful national security advisor Ajit Doval. The top Chinese diplomat visited Pakistan and Afghanistan this week and is set to fly to Nepal later in the day on a brief tour of South Asia, where China is trying to deepen diplomatic efforts. Wang drew a reproach from the Indian government ahead of its trip for remarks in Pakistan this week on the disputed Kashmir region. India and Pakistan rule Muslim-majority Kashmir in part but claim in full, and China has generally backed close ally Pakistan. Now, a reminder of the top stories. One patient diagnosed positive for COVID-19 test carried out today. Eritrea wins silver medal at the third-day African Championship. The global COVID-19 deaths toll exceeds 6.1 million. And China welcomes alleviation of humanitarian crisis in Ukraine. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.